Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of From Confusion to Clarity, the podcast that makes English learning simple, fun, and sometimes a little bit embarrassing. In a good way. Picture this. You're in London, in a meeting, and someone asks you, "How old are you?" You proudly say, "I have 30 years. Everyone smiles politely, but they're confused. Or maybe you're at the beach in Algarve. A tourist asks for directions, and you say, "Go to that bitch over there." Oops, didn't mean that. You meant the beach. Sound familiar? Don't worry. These little mistakes happen to almost every Portuguese speaker learning English. And today, we're going to spend the next 50 minutes exposing these mistakes, laughing at them, and most importantly, learning how to fix them. So get comfortable. Grab a coffee, or should I say, a coffee, and let's get started. Before we jump into the funniest mistakes, let's understand why they happen. Number 1. Translation. Our brains love shortcuts. In Portuguese, you say, "Eu tenho 30 anos." Directly translated, it's "I have 30 years." So naturally, your mouth says that in English. Number 2. False friends. Words that look the same but have totally different meanings. For example, pretender in Portuguese means to intend. But in English, pretend means to fake something. So if you say, "I pretend to study tonight," it sounds like you're lying. And number 3, pronunciation. Portuguese has beautiful sounds, but English has some sounds that don't exist in your language, like the TH in think or that. Y thing becomes ting, and that becomes dat dot. So, don't blame yourself. These mistakes are part of the learning journey. But now, let's laugh about them and fix them together. Grammar can be a minefield. Let's start with some classics. Mistake 1. I passed in the test. In Portuguese, passei no exame. So naturally, you add in, but in English, we just say, "I passed the test." Mistake 2. I did a party. Nope, we say, "I had a party." You do homework, but you have a party. Mistake 3. She's married with a doctor. In Portuguese, casada com médico. But in English, we don't use with. We say, "She's married to a doctor." And mistake 4, mixing up do and make do homework. Do the dishes. Make a cake. Make a mistake. So, if you say, "I did a mistake," guess what? You just made a mistake by saying it. Here's a funny story. I once had a Portuguese student tell me proudly, "Teacher, yesterday I did a barbecue." I laughed and said, "Well, did you do it or make it?" In English, we have a barbecue, not do or make. Imagine inviting someone in English. "Do you want to do a barbecue with me?" They'll probably think you're starting a strange exercise routine with sausages. Let's talk about the sneakiest enemies of all, false friends. Example 1. Actually. In English, it means in fact. But in Portuguese, atualmente means currently. So if you say, "Actually, I live in Lisbon," people might think you're correcting them. Not just saying where you live. Example 2, push and puxer. Portuguese learners see a door with push and instinctively pull. Classic example 3. Pretend. Like I said earlier, it doesn't mean pretender. If you say, I pretend to call you tomorrow, your English friend will think so. You're lying about calling me? Example 4. Sympathetic. In English, it means compassionate. In Portuguese, simpático means nice. So, when you say, my boss is very sympathetic, people might think your boss is always crying with you. Not that he's a nice guy. And example 5, assist. In English, it usually means help. In Portuguese, assistir means to watch. Assisted, the movie is wrong. You watched it, not helped it. Now let's move into pronunciation, the funniest and most dangerous area. Classic 1. Beach and bitch. Stretch that vowel in beach. Smile with your mouth. Otherwise, you might say, I love the bitch. And trust me, that gives a very different meaning. Another one, sheet and shit. Imagine checking into a hotel. Excuse me, I need clean shits for my bed. Uh-oh. Or this one, Portuguese loves adding an extra E before words. Escool, SB. In English, we don't need the E. Just say school, special, speak. And the famous TH sound. Think, thank, this, that. Many Portuguese learners replace it with T or D. So thank you becomes tank you. Sounds like you're sending a military vehicle as a gift. My advice, practice slowly. Put your tongue between your teeth. Yes. You'll feel silly, but it works. Think this, that. Asterisk, here's a big headache. Articles and countable nouns. In Portuguese, you say, quero água. In English, you can say, I want water. Easy. But then at a cafe, if you say, I want coffee, it's incomplete. You need a coffee. Uncountables are tricky too. In Portuguese, you say, informax. In English, information has no plural. Wrong? Sentence, many informations. Correct sentence, a lot of information. Same with advice. Wrong sentence, she gave me many advices. Correct sentence, she gave me some advice and furniture. Wrong sentence, I bought many furnitures. Correct sentence, I bought some furniture. Funny story. A student once said to me, Teacher, my house has many furnitures. I laughed and said, Are they alive? Are they having parties together? Because in English, furniture is like water, you can't count it. Word order in English can get Portuguese speakers in trouble. Wrong sentence, I drink sometimes beer. Correct sentence, I sometimes drink beer. Wrong sentence, she studies always in the morning. Correct sentence, she always studies in the morning. If you put the word in the wrong place, people will still understand, but it sounds unnatural. Imagine someone saying, I chocolate love. Cute, but strange. Now, let's look at some expressions that sound okay in Portuguese, but weird in English. Wrong sentence, I go by foot. Correct sentence, I walk. Wrong sentence, give me your number for I call you. Correct sentence, Give me your number so I can call you. Wrong sentence. It makes all the difference in the world. Literal translation, correct sentence, it makes a big difference. Wrong sentence, more tall than you. Correct sentence, taller than you. I once had a student tell me, "Teacher, my friend is more fat than me." I said, "Careful. In English, we use comparative forms, fatter, taller, shorter. Otherwise, it sounds like you're ordering extra fat at a restaurant." Wow, we've covered a lot today. Okay, from grammar traps and false friends to pronunciation disasters, article, confusion, word order, and those sneaky expressions that don't translate. Here's the good news. If you make these mistakes, you're not alone. Almost every Portuguese learner makes them. And the moment you notice them, you're already improving. So laugh at your mistakes, remember them, correct them, and keep moving forward. Because learning English is not about being perfect. It's about communicating, connecting, and feeling confident. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe, share it with a friend, and come back next week for another fun, revealing, and useful English Journey 8. Logo, my friends, and remember, from confusion to clarity, we learn together.